Howdy everyone! Today we're going to be learning how to take an equation and graph it on a coordinate plane. But first, let's do a little refresher. So to freshen up y'all's mind a little bit, let's review. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. In that equation, the m that is in front of the x is called the coefficient, and the b at the end of the equation is called the constant. You can find the slope by doing rise over run. And lastly, coordinate point form is x, y written inside of parentheses. Alrighty, now let's look at this equation. As you can tell, it's not in sloped-intercept form, so our first step is going to be rearranging it to be into slope-intercept form. To do this, we first need to multiply both sides of the equation by 2. That will give us y minus 1 equals 2x. Then we will add 1 to both sides of the equation. Doing this will give us our equation in slope-intercept form, which is y equals 2x plus 1. From here, we can determine both the slope and the intercept. To find the slope, we need to look at the coefficient, which is the number in front of the x. So in this case, the slope will be 2. To find the y-intercept, we look at the constant. In this case, the constant is 1, so the y-intercept point is 1, 0. Now that we know the slope and the y-intercept, we can start graphing the points from our equation. First, we'll look at the y-intercept since we know the coordinate point, 0, 1. Once we have our point on 0, 1, we can use the slope to plot the other points. A good way to remember slope is rise over run. Since our slope is 2, then our rise over run will be 2 over 1. So, from the point 0, 1, we will rise up 2 points and run to the right 1 point, giving us our second point, 1, 3. We will keep doing that until we run out of room on our coordinate grid. Now that we have the points above the y-intercept, we need to find the points below the y-intercept. To do this, we do the same operation but in the opposite direction. So instead of rising up 2, we will go down 2, and instead of running to the right 1, we will go to the left 1. And we will again do this until we run out of room on the grid. Once we have plotted all of the points, we need to add a trend line. The trend line will go through all of the points. Once we have our trend line going through all the points, we have graphed our first equation. Right about now, I bet you're asking, Miss Connolly, why do we need to know how to plot equations? Well, let me tell you. We plot the equations because with the line we discovered, we can determine the y for any x in our equation, y equals 2x minus 1, or our original equation, y minus 1 over 2 equals x. We can also see the relationship between our x and y variables with our graphed equation. Now that you know how to graph an equation, pause this video and try it for yourself. If you got a graph that looks like this, then you got the right answer. Congratulations! If you didn't, try again and see where you went wrong. I hope you all have a great day and learned how to graph equations.